Assalamu alaikum students. This is your science lecture. So open your books. Page number 23, transpiration. This was our previous lecture in which we have learned what is transpiration. Transpiration is basically the process by which a plant loses water from its leaves into the surrounding air. During transpiration, stomata involves, and stomata are the holes between two guard cells. Guard cells are present in the leaves. Next, we have learned effects that control the transpiration rate, and temperature, wind, humidity, and time of the day are some factors that affect the rate of transpiration in plants. Next, we have learned that the transpiration stream. Students, in this topic, you have learned that when water is transpired from leaves, then more water are pulled from roots, then root cells pulled more water when water is transpired from leaves, then leaves pulled more water from stem, then stem cells pulled more water from roots, and root cells absorbed more water from the soil. So this pull is called transpiration stream. This was our previous lecture about transpiration. Today our topic is sport in plants. Student, this is a plant and it needs sport. It has leaves for photosynthesis and thus leaves also needs some sport. Plants have flowers. Flowers are the colorful part of the plant that helps in pollination. So flowers also need some sport. So question is that how plant is spotted, which provide spore to the plant. Students, in previous lecture you have learned that stem is the organ of plant that provides the spore. So in this topic we will learn that how this stem part support the whole plant. So let's see. Students, you know that stem has vascular bundles in it. In the vascular bundles, they have xylem tubes and phloem tubes. From vascular bundles, xylem tubes are the sportive part of the stem. In this way, stem provides the spore to the whole part of the plant. Students, what is the function of xylem? The function of xylem is to transport water. So xylem tubes are very thick walled and they have contain a lot of water. When these are xylem tubes, these have a lot of water. When water is present in these xylem tubes, they become turgid, and due to this turgidity, they provide the spore to the stem, and in this way this stem provides the spore to the whole parts of the plant. Student, first of all, these xylem tubes run from roots to the upper parts of the plants. This is root, and these have veins run through the roots. These are xylem tubes. These xylem tubes absorb water from roots, and roots takes water from the soil. This water the water is present in the xylem tubes, so xylem tubes become turgid. In this way they support the roots. Next, these xylem tubes transport water to the tubes that are present in the stem. Thus the xylem tubes that are present in the stem also have water, also contain water, and thus they also become turgid. Due to this turgidity, they provide spore to the stem. So most of the xylems are present in the stem, and they are dead tissues, and they form the thick wood of the plant. In this way, this thick wood provide the spore to the plant. So this is our topic. What supports the plant? प्लांट्स को सपोर्ट कौन करता है? स्टेम. हाउ स्टेम provides support to the plant? Because it has xylem tubes that contain a lot of water. Due to this water they become turgid, and due to this turgidity the stem becomes very thick, very hard, and thus they provide support to the leaves and flowers and all parts of the plant. Yes student, this is the spores in plant that is the main, which is the main part of sportive part in plants are the xylem tubes. So read this and learn this topic. Next topic is on page number 25. Turgid cells and flaccid cells. What are turgid cells and what are flaccid cells? Students, to understand this concept we will draw a plant cells. This is plant cell that you have discussed in previous lectures. Plant cells have, this is cell membrane, and outer to cell membrane cell wall is present, and this main part that is present in the center of plant cell is called vacuole. So recall that what is the function of vacuole? Vacuole are the part of cell that contain, that store a lot of amount of water. So storage of water is the function of vacuole. Students, when much amount of water is present in the plant cells, so the vacuole store a lot of water. When much water is present in the vacuole, it becomes very turgid and it push the walls of the cell. In this way the cells becomes very turgid. So this is called turgid cell. Student, its example is like the balloon. When air is blowing in the balloon, it becomes very turgid. So like this, the air present in the balloon push the walls of the balloon. Similarly, this vacuole, the water molecules present in the vacuole push the wall of the cells and cell becomes turgid. So this is called turgid cells. On the other hand, when there is less amount of water is present, so water released from the vacuole becomes shrink. When air is removed from balloon becomes very shrink. Similarly, when water is removed from the cells become very shrink and there is no pressure present in the cell. So this condition is called flaccid cell. Yes students, this is a concept about the turgid cells and flaccid cells. When water is present in excess amounts, the cells become very turgid, and when water is present in less amounts, the cell is called flaccid. So our next topic is flowers. So what are flowers? In the start of chapter we have learned, when we are reading the organs of the plants, we have learned one of the most special organ, that is called flowers, and we have learned that flowers are the reproductive part of the plants. It is called reproductive part of the plants because it contains the plant's male and female part reproductive organs. Students, there are many types of flowers, but most of the flowers are colorful. They have bright colors and sweet smellings to attract insects, birds, and even bats. These animals come to feed on the sugary nectar stored at the base of the petals. Flowers are the reproductive parts of the plants. That's why they help in the pollination. During pollination, different kinds of insects are sitting on the flowers and then they help in the pollination. So let's start. We will discuss the parts of the flower. Student, this is a flower and different parts of the flower we will discuss it. First of all, some green colors leaves are two green color leaves are present at the stalk of the flower. These two leaves are called sepals. So what is the function of sepals? Sepals protect the flower when it is present in bud. Students, you know, when flower is not fully grown, first of all it is present in the bud, and when it is present in the bud, sepals are produced, and these two sepals protect the flower. Next part is petals. So what are petals? The colorful part of the flower are called petals. So these are the petals of the plant, of the flower. So what is the function of petals? Petals are brightly colored, so they attract the different kinds of insects. Next part is stamen. Stamen is the male part of the plant. It contains pollen grains. So next, fourth part is carpel. Carpel is the female reproductive organ and it contains egg. When pollen grains and eggs are joined together, new flower will produce. So the next part of flower is called nectar. What is nectar? Basically, nectar is in liquid form. It is sweet in taste because it contains sugar. Flowers contain nectar, and due to this nectar, insects will sit on the flower, and thus in this way they helps in pollination. Students, I am using a word pollination. What is pollination? You know what is pollination? Pollination is the process in which insects take pollen grains from one flower and transfer these pollen grains to another flower is called pollination. So we have discussed four main parts of the flower: sepals, stamens, petals and carpels. First one is petals that are colorful, sepals green in color, carpel female reproductive organ, and stamen that is male reproductive organ. So reproductive parts of the flower and non-reproductive part of the flowers. Four parts of the flower are present. 2 are productive part and 2 are non-reproductive parts. And students, you know, non-reproductive parts of flowers are petals and sepals. Petals and sepals are non-reproductive part of the flowers because they will not involve in the reproduction, and reproductive part of the flowers are carpel and stamen. So next we will discuss about stamen and carpel. Stamen is the main part of the flower. It has 2 parts. This stalk is called filament and this is called anther. Anther contains a lot of pollen grains. Stamen is the male part of the flower. It has 2 parts. This stalk is called filament and this portion is called anther. Anther contains a lot of pollen grains. These are called pollen grains. Next, carpel. This is the carpel. Carpel has 3 main parts. The bottom part of the carpel is called ovary. Ovary contains an egg, ovule or egg. What is the function of ovary? Ovary produce and contain an egg. Next part is called style. Style protect the carpel. And next one is stigma. Stigma is the part of the carpel that through which pollen grains pass through. Pollen grains fall on the stigma and then pass through the style and comes in the ovary where fertilization occurs and zygote is produced. So these are the different parts of the flower. Yes, 7th class, this is about the flowers, in which we have learned about different parts of flowers like petals, stamens, carpels and sepals. Next we have learned the reproductive parts of the flowers, that are stamens and carpel. Stamen has two parts, one is called anther and second is called filament. Anther that contains pollen grain, this is the male part of the flower, and the female part of the flower is called carpel. It has three parts. First one is ovary that contains ovule. Next one is style that protects the carpel, and last one is stigma. Pollen sticks to this during pollination. So these are different parts of the flower. Read it and learn it carefully. On page number 27, different kinds of flowers are given. So students, you have learned about flowers, so just read these types of flowers and learn it. Thank you.